Okay, so one of the things we were talking about is ways to build in control, and we tested out Seren's stay. Although they have a stay, once she lost sight of the guardian, within 5 seconds she got up and she was going to look for him. So basically, I'm going to show you a technique that I've learned, and I'm going to put underneath this video on my website. There's going to be a link to the YouTube video where I learned this from, so you can figure it out. Now, she's all about these treats. She's very treat motivated, which makes it easy to work with her, which is a benefit. If you have a dog that's not treat motivated, which you don't have, in this case, it makes it a lot more challenging. So the first thing you want to accomplish is having the dog stay for duration. There's three factors or tiers in the stay. First one is duration, second one is distance, the third one is distraction. So every time, because I usually forget this when I'm doing these write-ups, every time that you finish, the dog should get a release word. And I prefer release or break, not the word okay like we talked about off camera. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the dog to sit and stay for gradual, longer periods of time. So let's get you over here on the side so we have good camera proximity. Sit, or sight.
She just did a plots.
Plots, but what seats?
Seats.
Seats. So I'm going to use stay. You can change it if you do want to change the word.
Stay's fine.
Okay. Seats, stay.
Now she's just plotsing.
Stay. Stay. So I have a handful of treats here and one treat in the hand that I'm going to give. Seats, seats. So now she's starting to get excited, so I got to stop, wait for her to settle down.
She's also anticipating commands.
Yes. Stay. 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 Up. Stay. Up. Stay. 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 Up. Up. Stay. Stay. It's not necessary for her to maintain eye contact because eventually plots. Because eventually we're going to move out of the room and she's going to have to stay even though she can't see us.
Okay.
But what we want to do is the first time I did it, I only had her stay for 5 seconds. Second time, 10 seconds. The third time, 15 seconds.
Okay.
Gradually work up. Now, a couple things. You always want to stop. You want to keep these to short sessions, no longer than like 6-7 minutes. 15 minutes is the maximum. And you want it to be playful and happy. So we do it for like 5 to 10 minutes max. And you want to gradually work up. So for my Dalmatian now I do 15, 30, 45, minute and a half, 2 minutes. And when we get up to the point where I can do 1, 2, 3 minutes. But I would have you keep practicing this when the dog is right here until you can get the dog to stay there for like 3 or 4 minutes. The next stage is to do the same thing, but then after you put the dog in a stay, then you take 1 step back, come back, and again I use break as my release word. And so the dog cannot auto-release. It has to stay until it you give the command. So you really want to keep on repping the duration until you can get up to about 5 minutes or more. Then you start incorporating the distance, which will be included in the video underneath this or above it, probably underneath it. And then the last one is you put the dog in a stay, and then you have somebody come, like a gardener, walk by. Or you have your housemaid come by. This would be a great activity for you to practice when they're here, right near them. So the dog, even though I see something I normally react to and want to nip at to correct, I have my priorities. I have to focus being into a stay. Now what you want to do is once you've established this and your dog will stay amongst distractions and duration and distance, then now I understand some people that are helpers are more inclined to do this than others, but I would have them put the dog into a stay and go through the same sort of scenario. So this way the dog associates that person is also an authority figure. That person has the ability to tell me what to do and knows all the commands that I do and rewards me the same way that my guardian does. So I'm going to see them in the same light that I see my guardian. Yes, you can't demand the treat by pawing at me. But I like the fact that you stop pawing. Now I'm going to show you some other activities, exercises that will help in a similar way. But this little bit of control will really help the dog, first of all, by understanding that I can't just react to anything I see. I have to think about it. I have to look to my human for guidance. And then other humans that come and I interact with on a day-to-day basis also can give me the same stay command. And I just again, the neural pathway that we talked about before, they just keep on doing the same thing. So this is a video on how to teach the dog to stay.